Hi everyone, and welcome to the wedding of Jim and Toulas. Before we start, can I get everyone to move a bit closer as we are a small group and I don't want anyone to miss out. The next thing is there is to be no confetti or rice to be thrown as we're in the botanical gardens. Alex is going to live stream the wedding to family in Greece through his phone, so please don't walk in front of this tripod here. For the legal part of the wedding, Nikki will be interpreting from English to Greek and Greek to English. Thank you. Good morning everyone, and a warm welcome to the wedding of Jim and Toulas. They welcome you not only as to witness their commitment to each other, but also to wish them well and every happiness in their new life together. Jim and Toulas would like to acknowledge the very extensive family in Greece that could not be here today, but understand that they have their love and blessings. So welcome one and all who have travelled from near and far. Jim and Toulas thank you for your presence here today and now ask for your blessing, encouragement and lifelong support in their decision to be married. Who brings Toulas to be married to Jim? My name is Julie Arif and I am a registered civil celebrant authorised to conduct marriages in Australia and in accordance with current laws. I would like to thank Jim and Toulas for choosing me to be their celebrant. It is an honour and a privilege. Before we start proceedings, I'd like to convey the couple's wishes and instructions to you today, and that they are here to celebrate, and therefore you are allowed to laugh at any time, applaud when you feel the urge to do so or when instructed by me, or even cry if you feel the need. The couple's wish is to have a memorable ceremony in the company of you, those who are very special to them. We also thank our guests from overseas who have made the special effort to share today with the couple. Jim and Toulas have known each other since their teenage years in high school and were for a brief time going out together. They were torn apart when Jim and his family moved to Australia. Facebook today is connecting us with family in Greece, and that is how Jim and Toulas reconnected through common friends. After many months of Facebooking, Jim travelled back to Greece and met with Toulas and found that the spark was still there. On a trip to Santorini, as the sun set, Jim proposed to Toulas. Toulas's children, Max and George, have warmly welcomed Jim, and as have Jim's children, Sophia and Alexis, and are looking forward to a loud, noisy and full family, especially when Toulas has a big Greek cook-up. We'll now have Toulas come up and say a poem that very neatly sums up the marriage of Jim and Toulas. The poem is Blended Family Recipe by Ron Tranmer. Thank you, Sophia. We're now about to start the legal part of the marriage where Nikki will be interpreting the procedure. Nikki will repeat after me. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to the law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Jim and Toulas, could you face each other and hold hands? Jim, do you take Toulas to be your lawfully wedded wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and respect her? Do you promise to share all life has to offer? Your hopes and dreams, your achievements and disappointments, with her from this day forward. Toulas, do you take Jim to be your lawful wedded husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honour and respect him? Do you promise to share all life has to offer? Your hopes and dreams, your achievements and disappointments, with him from this day forward. Jim, please place the ring on the tip of Toulas' finger and repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, James Stephen Peters, take thee, Toulas Christa Christakos, to be my lawful wedded wife. Toulas, please hold Jim's hand and repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Toulas Christa Christakos, take thee, James Stephen Peters, to be my lawful wedded husband. I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Feel free to applaud. How exciting was that? Now we now have a Greek tradition that will now take place to seal the marriage in true Greek fashion. This sharing cup will be filled with wine, and Jim and Toulas will each take 3 sips of wine. The sharing is representative of how a marriage will work for the rest of their lives. Jim and Toulas. We now have one last thing to do to make this marriage legal, and that is to sign the certificate. So could I have Jim, Toulas, John and Nikki step over to the table. This will take about 5 minutes, so please feel free to take photos. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I now introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Peters.